In a universe over 93 billion light-years wide, Earth remains the only home we know. Yet NASA is betting that we're not alone. They're secretly preparing us for first contact, involving experts from theology to science. Why are priests part of this mission? What mysteries is the James Webb Space Telescope meant to reveal? And how soon could everything change? In today's video, we uncover NASA's bold preparations for first contact. Let's start. Our understanding of life has evolved as scientists have found organisms thriving in extreme environments on Earth, from deep ocean trenches to radioactive zones near nuclear reactors. This broader view of life has changed NASA's approach to searching for extraterrestrial organisms. Instead of only seeking Earth-like conditions, scientists now look for any chemical signs of biological activity, whether similar to Earth's life or entirely different. The scope of this search is vast. NASA currently operates 2 active rovers on Mars, Perseverance and Curiosity, equipped with instruments to detect organic compounds and analyze soil for signs of past or present microbial life. NASA also studies moons of Jupiter and Saturn, like Europa, Enceladus and Titan, which may have subsurface oceans capable of supporting life. A key tool in this search is the James Webb Space Telescope, a project that took nearly 30 years to develop and cost over $10 billion. Unlike previous telescopes, it's designed specifically to analyze exoplanet atmospheres and identify biosignatures that might indicate life on planets orbiting distant stars. How do you imagine intelligent extraterrestrial life might look or behave compared to life here on Earth? Comment and chat with me. Here's where NASA's preparations take an unexpected turn many people have never heard about. In 2015, NASA awarded $1.1 million to the Center of Theological Inquiry at Princeton University to study the societal implications of discovering life beyond Earth. This was not a publicity stunt or a token gesture toward religious groups. It was a serious investigation into how humanity might respond to one of the most significant scientific discoveries in history. The program involved 24 experts from theology, philosophy, history, and social science to explore how different cultures and belief systems could react to the confirmation of extraterrestrial life. One participant was Reverend Dr. Andrew Davison, a British priest and Cambridge theologian with a doctorate in biochemistry from Oxford. Davison has worked with NASA and is preparing a book titled Astrobiology and Christian Doctrine, examining how religious traditions might respond if life beyond Earth is confirmed. This collaboration challenges common assumptions about science and religion being in conflict. Davison and others found that many religious communities may be more open to the possibility of extraterrestrial life than is often assumed. Several theological traditions already include ideas of creation extending beyond Earth, so discovering alien life may not dramatically challenge core beliefs as some expect. Carl Pilcher, former head of NASA's Astrobiology Institute, explained that theologians were not brought in to endorse NASA's science. Instead, they were asked to reflect on how applying modern scientific methods relates to questions religious traditions have considered for millennia. As Pilcher noted, the idea that Earth is the only planet with life is hard to reconcile given the vast scale of the universe. With over 100 billion stars in our galaxy and more than 100 billion galaxies observable, this theological inquiry went beyond religious perspectives. The researchers studied how cultures throughout history have responded to paradigm-shifting discoveries, how societies adapt to revolutionary information, and what influences acceptance or rejection of transformative knowledge. They examined cases from the reception of Copernican astronomy to the impact of evolutionary theory to identify patterns that might hint at how humanity would react to confirmed extraterrestrial life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming journeys. It's important to clarify some misconceptions about NASA's relationship with theological researchers. Contrary to sensationalized reports, NASA did not hire priests to communicate with aliens or provide religious approval for their scientific work. The collaboration is more nuanced and grounded in scientific inquiry. The Center of Theological Inquiry researchers were not directly employed by NASA. A NASA spokesperson explained to the Associated Press that grant recipients are not employees, advisors, or spokespersons for the agency. The funding supported independent research on the societal implications of astrobiology, not the creation of a religious advisory board for NASA. William Storer, director of the Center of Theological Inquiry, emphasized that the program's goal was not to advise NASA on scientific research, but to bring together scholars in the humanities to discuss broader implications of astrobiology. The aim was to foster interdisciplinary dialogue among scientists, theologians, philosophers, and social scientists about how humanity might process the discovery of extraterrestrial life. This distinction highlights NASA's awareness of the challenges it would face if evidence of alien life is found. Scientific confirmation would spark reactions beyond the scientific community, affecting religious institutions, politics, economics, and social structures. NASA seeks to understand these impacts in advance. Reverend Dr. Davison noted in a University of Cambridge blog post that religious traditions will likely play a role in how society processes confirmation of life beyond Earth. NASA views this not as a threat to science but as integral to responsible communication and public engagement. Although the 2-year funding period ended several years ago, the research continues to influence NASA's approach. The agency has developed protocols for announcing discoveries that consider social, cultural, and religious factors affecting public response. This reflects a thoughtful approach to a major scientific challenge, communicating revolutionary discoveries in ways that help society adapt and integrate new knowledge rather than reject or misunderstand it. NASA's collaboration with theologians and social scientists shows a commitment to responsible communication and recognition that discovering extraterrestrial life will be both a scientific and social milestone. The James Webb Space Telescope (JWST) isn't just another space telescope, it's humanity's most advanced tool for detecting signs of life beyond our solar system. Many scientists believe it's only a matter of time before it finds what we're searching for. The JWST marks a major advance in studying exoplanets and their atmospheres. Unlike earlier telescopes that could detect distant planets, JWST can analyze the chemical makeup of their atmospheres in unprecedented detail. This ability is key because atmospheric composition can reveal biosignatures, chemical compounds, or molecular signs of biological activity. When an exoplanet passes in front of its star, a small amount of the star's light filters through the planet's atmosphere before reaching Earth. Different molecules absorb specific wavelengths of light, creating unique spectral fingerprints that JWST detects and analyzes. Scientists can then identify not only which gases are present, but also their amounts and interactions. This is exciting because certain gas combinations are hard to explain without biological processes. For example, oxygen and methane appearing together create a strong biosignature, since these gases react and disappear quickly unless constantly replenished. On Earth, life maintains this balance. Photosynthesis produces oxygen, while biological activity generates methane. Finding this combination in an exoplanet's atmosphere would be strong evidence for life. JWST's abilities go beyond atmospheric analysis. It can study exoplanet temperatures to assess if liquid water might exist, detect seasonal atmospheric changes that suggest biology, and even look for signs of industrial pollution. Its infrared capabilities are crucial for astrobiology, as many biosignatures are best seen in infrared wavelengths. Molecules like water vapor, carbon dioxide, and methane have distinct infrared signatures that JWST can measure precisely. Its 6.5-meter primary mirror gathers more light than any previous telescope, allowing the study of fainter and more distant objects. Since starting science operations, JWST has already transformed our understanding of exoplanet atmospheres. It has detected water vapor on several distant worlds, analyzed hot gas giants' atmospheres, and studied exoplanet weather patterns. Each finding brings us closer to identifying signs of biological activity. While JWST searches for biosignatures around distant stars, NASA's hunt for extraterrestrial life is also intensifying closer to home. The agency operates a variety of missions throughout our solar system, each designed to investigate environments that could potentially support life. Mars remains the main focus of NASA's astrobiology efforts within the solar system. The Perseverance rover, which landed in Jezero crater in February 2021, is specifically tasked with searching for signs of ancient microbial life. Jezero crater was chosen because it appears to contain an ancient river delta, suggesting that liquid water existed there for extended periods. Perseverance carries sophisticated instruments capable of analyzing rock and soil samples at the molecular level, searching for organic compounds and other chemical signs that could indicate past biological activity. An exciting aspect of Perseverance's mission is its sample collection system. The rover is collecting rock and soil samples in sealed tubes to be returned to Earth by a future Mars sample return mission. These samples will be analyzed in terrestrial laboratories far more advanced than what can be sent to Mars. If fossilized microorganisms or complex organic molecules are present, Earth-based analysis will help detect them. Mars isn't the only potentially habitable world in the solar system. Some of the most promising astrobiology targets are the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Europa, one of Jupiter's largest moons, is believed to contain a subsurface ocean with more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. This ocean stays liquid due to tidal heating caused by Jupiter's gravity and may have been stable for billions of years. NASA's upcoming Europa Clipper mission, planned for launch in 2024, will conduct detailed studies of Europa. The spacecraft will perform multiple close flybys, using ice-penetrating radar to map the ocean beneath the ice shell and analyze water vapor plumes that might erupt from the surface. If these plumes contain organic molecules or biosignatures, Europa Clipper could detect them without landing on the Moon. Similarly, Saturn's moon Enceladus has gained attention because of dramatic water vapor plumes erupting from its south pole. The Cassini spacecraft, which studied Saturn for over a decade, flew through these plumes and detected organic molecules, suggesting that Enceladus also has a subsurface ocean with the ingredients needed for life. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, offers another interesting possibility. It has a thick atmosphere and surface lakes of liquid methane and ethane. Though this environment is very different from Earth's, some scientists speculate that exotic life forms might exist in Titan's hydrocarbon-rich conditions. If humanity faced extraterrestrial contact tomorrow, how do you think society would change? Let me know your take in the comments. While much of NASA's astrobiology work focuses on detecting microbial life or simple organisms, there's also a parallel effort to search for evidence of intelligent extraterrestrial civilizations. This work, known as the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence or SETI, takes a fundamentally different approach to the question of whether we're alone in the universe. SETI researchers use radio telescopes and other instruments to scan the cosmos for artificial signals that might indicate the presence of technological civilizations. Unlike biosignature detection, which looks for chemical evidence of biological processes, SETI searches for deliberate communications or inadvertent technological emissions from alien societies. The most famous SETI project is the ongoing effort to detect radio signals from extraterrestrial civilizations. Radio waves can travel vast distances through space without significant degradation, making them an ideal medium for interstellar communication. SETI researchers systematically scan different frequencies and regions of the sky, looking for signals that show patterns or characteristics that couldn't be produced by natural astronomical phenomena. Recent advances in computing power and signal processing have dramatically expanded SETI's capabilities. Modern SETI projects can simultaneously monitor millions of frequency channels and analyze enormous amounts of data in real time. Machine learning algorithms help identify potentially interesting signals among the cosmic background noise, while automated systems can quickly follow up on promising detections. One of the most intriguing recent developments in SETI research is the focus on technosignatures, which are observable manifestations of technology that might be detectable across interstellar distances. These could include artificial atmospheric pollutants in exoplanet atmospheres, megastructures built around stars to harvest energy, or even the waste heat from advanced civilizations. The James Webb Space Telescope is actually capable of detecting some potential technosignatures. If an advanced civilization has significantly altered the atmospheric composition of its planet through industrial activity, JWST might be able to detect artificial pollutants or other chemical signatures that couldn't be produced by natural processes. The landscape of extraterrestrial research has been dramatically altered by recent government disclosures about unidentified aerial phenomena, commonly known as UFOs. In 2020 and 2021, the U.S. Department of Defense officially released several videos showing encounters between military personnel and objects displaying flight characteristics that appear to defy conventional physics. These disclosures culminated in a comprehensive report to Congress in June 2021, which acknowledged that military personnel have encountered aerial phenomena that cannot be explained by known technology or natural phenomena. While the report stopped short of confirming extraterrestrial origins for these objects, it represented an unprecedented level of official acknowledgement that something unexplained is occurring in our skies. The impact of these disclosures on NASA's astrobiology work has been subtle but significant. While NASA maintains its focus on scientific detection of extraterrestrial life through telescopes and space missions, the UFO revelations have increased public interest in the possibility that we may have already been contacted by extraterrestrial intelligence. This heightened public attention has created both opportunities and challenges for NASA's communication strategy. On one hand, increased public interest in extraterrestrial life has generated more support for astrobiology research and funding. On the other hand, NASA must carefully distinguish between rigorous scientific investigation and speculation about unexplained phenomena. The agency has responded by emphasizing the importance of systematic, peer-reviewed scientific research, while remaining open to all possibilities. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson has publicly stated that he doesn't rule out the possibility that some UFO encounters might involve extraterrestrial technology, but he has also emphasized that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Don't miss out on future deep dives into space mysteries. Subscribe now and join the journey beyond our world. Given all of NASA's preparations and the rapid advancement of detection technologies, what's the realistic timeline for discovering extraterrestrial life? Many scientists believe we're closer than ever before, but the answer depends on what type of life we're talking about. For microbial life within our solar system, the timeline could be remarkably short. If Mars samples returned by future missions contain fossilized microorganisms, or if Europa Clipper detects biosignatures in the plumes erupting from Europa's subsurface ocean, we could have confirmation of extraterrestrial life within the next decade. The detection of biosignatures in exoplanet atmospheres might take slightly longer, but many astronomers believe JWST or its successors will find compelling evidence of biological activity on distant worlds within the next 10 to 20 years. The telescope is already analyzing the atmospheres of potentially habitable exoplanets, and each new observation brings us closer to finding the chemical signatures that could indicate life. The discovery of intelligent extraterrestrial life is much harder to predict. CD researchers have been searching for artificial signals for decades without success, but technological advances are constantly expanding their capabilities. The detection of technosignatures in exoplanet atmospheres or the discovery of artificial structures around distant stars could happen at any time, or it might take centuries. What's certain is that NASA's preparations for these discoveries are more comprehensive than ever before. The agency has developed protocols for verifying and announcing potential discoveries, taking into account the scientific, social, and cultural implications of such momentous news. They've studied how different communities might react to confirmation of extraterrestrial life, and they've worked with international partners to ensure coordinated responses to any discoveries. The implications of confirming extraterrestrial life would extend far beyond science. Such a discovery would fundamentally alter humanity's understanding of our place in the universe, potentially affecting everything from religious beliefs to philosophical frameworks to our approach to environmental stewardship on Earth. NASA's preparations for alien contact are among humanity's most ambitious scientific efforts. They combine theological research on how we might react, advanced technology like the James Webb Space Telescope searching for biosignatures, and missions exploring potentially habitable worlds in our solar system. All this aims to answer one big question: are we alone? Evidence shows we are closer than ever to an answer. JWST analyzes exoplanet atmospheres. Mars rovers collect samples that might hold signs of ancient life, and missions to Europa and other moons are on the way. NASA isn't just hoping to find life, they're preparing because they believe it's not if, but when. What do you think of NASA's broad preparations? Does their work with theologians and social scientists mean a discovery is near, or is it just careful science? If NASA announced definitive evidence of alien life tomorrow, how would humanity respond? Share your thoughts below. If you found this interesting, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.